Are back here at the Rebel Podcast with the Rebel family.
Yes,
we
sir.
have a
Let's
very special guest today. I'm gonna let everybody introduce themselves, but first and foremost, you guys already know what it is. It's your host. It's Daddy Ark. You know what I'm saying? I go by Daddy or Ark, whatever one you wanna give me, but Daddy's preferred. Without further ado, I'm gonna let everybody else in the pod introduce themselves.
Hello, everyone. My name is Andy, a.k.a. Cruel Midnight, but you could call me Andy. How's everyone doing?
Good. What's up? What's going on? It's Lars on the lens here. My name's Claude. You could call me Claude as well. Or Claudio, you could call me Claude as well. You'll probably see it up there in a sec. But yeah, doing well. How you doing? We got a very special guest here.
Very special guest.
Hi, it's Veronika. You might know me as VeronikaMarz, Ronnie, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Nice.
Let's go.
How's everybody feeling today? How's everyone feeling?
I'm great.
Yeah.
Could be better.
Mental
again.
health. Yeah,
Could
honestly.
be better again. But
Yeah, again.
But we're here.
Unfortunately,
we're here.
but
and I'm actually super happy that you're here. And
Glad to be here.
You know, we doing what we got to do.
Yeah,
so
facts.
I'm good. How are you, Lars?
We're good. We're good. Yeah, I'm good over here. I'm good over here, just chilling, focused, and ready to have a good, productive end of the week and start to the next week type shit. But you know, it's getting nice out. Mm-hmm. So
Yes.
you already know. How are you?
I'm doing good. It's Saturday, so it's gonna be a good day regardless.
True.
Are your vibes good?
Yeah, my vibes are really good today. It's getting warmer out, so I feel like I'm a lot happier now. Like
Yeah.
I really do go
Yeah.
through seasonal
Definitely.
depression.
No,
so.
Agreed.
that's real. Like
That is real.
springtime when things start to open up, like people that like
I feel
I
alive.
used to be like that, like really, really heavy. It's gotten better over the years, but like when spring used to come and people are more outside, you're around more people. Because winter you're enclosed, you're at the house because it's cold, you know. But like when spring comes and like you start to see things bloom, like around you, like literally bloom,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
like people are out, and it's like it gets uncomfortable for some people. So that's super dope that that we feel good.
Yeah, it's great.
How are you, Tiago?
I'm chilling.
That's good. God bless.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go.
I'm okay if anybody gives a shit.
I know nobody asked me, just like okay.
How are you, Daddy?
Nah, I'm all right. We good. We living. You know what I'm saying? Bringing great energy to the pod.
Of course.
You know, I want to shout out to all the fans out there that are supporting us. We love you. We love the
Love you
support.
guys.
Yeah, we see the
that
love.
you guys
We see
are
the
part of our
support.
family.
We see all that.
The
Yes,
first
sir.
stretch, you guys are really
On
going
there,
off.
following,
I love-
sharing,
I-
subscribing.
yeah.
We
Thank you so
appreciate the
much
hell
for
out of
that.
y'all. For real.
For real.
OD.
That's
So one of our own,
hello.
Kuro,
Hello.
Andy, you know,
Hiya.
he has a question for us that we really want to get into. We want to know what it is. We don't know what it is
it?
yet, but we're gonna find out
Yeah,
right
honestly,
now.
All right, y'all.
I'm curious.
Therapy session.
Oh God.
Okay.
Who did it, and how did it affect every relationship afterward?
Oh wow.
That's a bomb.
We're going.
Yeah,
We're
let me-
going back,
let me-
we're going
Yeah.
back to therapy.
We're going. Yeah. Honestly,
Therapy session.
I never been. So
Therapy session.
I never
Oh,
been.
I go every 2 weeks. It's pretty nice.
I get told, you know.
I told her I
it's-
want to go
it's-
with her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you should.
Yeah,
Pamela's
that's what's up.
great.
Pamela's
Shout out
great.
to
Yo,
Pamela,
shout out
for
Pamela,
real.
right? I was just about to
Go
say.
Pamela.
Shout out to Pamela.
Yo.
Oh man. So who wants to start? Who wants? I feel like it's only right if you do.
Okay, yeah, right. Okay. For one
for-
person that didn't want to start. No, that's fine. So who did it for me? So who did it for me was like
No names.
No.
All right.
Word. No name dropping.
Yeah.
I was like Tiago, edit.
Who did it for me was in sixth grade. It was in sixth grade.
Damn.
It was my
Damn.
first like
Young boy.
legit girlfriend, I would say. Like now that I'm older, I really don't consider it as that because it was just
Yeah.
like it was like a month, 2 months.
Right.
But like, so I started dating this girl, and this was a girl that like as soon as I went to sixth grade, I was like. At some point, I want to date her. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I was enamorado. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for real.
I was doing like the texting with my feet up in the back.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh,
yo,
you
I was
you was
committed.
skipping.
I was committed, and like I was the one that when we were on the phone at night, like my legs were on top of the wall, just like all that shit.
So what you gonna do if I kiss you tomorrow?
Like, you know, we had like a little, I guess, relationship
vibe.
or whatever. Yeah,
You
we
had a vibe.
I didn't have a vibe.
I felt the urge to say
had a
that. I'm not
vibe.
gonna hold you. I
He
felt
had
the
a
urge to say
vibe.
it. That's crazy.
So like, you know, we're doing, you know, like
What
middle
sixth
school
graders
stuff
do?
at that time, and like me, I never had a girlfriend prior. never had a girlfriend, never had experience being in a relationship with nobody. So like I really didn't even know what goes into like being in a relationship. So like, you know, I'm obviously at that moment just learning what it is. And like I'm seeing all these other kids around me like having their relationships, so I'm mimicking them.
Okay.
So like
Yeah, because what do you know? You know?
Right.
Yeah.
You're a sponge.
so like at that time too, it wasn't really the best time for me because I was really like that shy kid that didn't talk to nobody. You know, I got pushed around, I got bullied. You know, I was a punk.
Okay.
And like you
Safe
know,
to say.
it happened like one of those moments. One confrontation happened in front of her where like no cap, I got bitched. All right,
Okay.
I got bitched, and it was in
Okay.
front of her, and like literally like. The next day, like literally that night, I was texting her, no response. The morning I texted her, no
That's
response.
She was
to meet up.
ghosting
Yeah,
you?
ghosting me.
Quadruple text?
Bro, I was like,
Martin Luther King speech?
at this point, I was double texting her with my feet up and a tear.
Oh, damn. It was hard. It was hard.
It got bad. So
Smiley
like,
face.
yo, I'm texting her at night, no response. I text her in the morning to meet up where we usually meet up at Northeast,
Okay.
and no response. So I'm like, damn. So the next morning I see her, and I go up to her. She's in front of her friends. And I'm already
my
nervous.
gosh,
I'm
bro.
already
Not
nervous.
The
Not
friends is the
friends.
battery in the
Yeah,
back
not the
right there.
friends,
That's
Yeah,
definitely
bro.
the
Like,
battery
not
in her
the
back.
friends.
Automatically, since I'm not a people person, I don't like to be around people. I was already nervous, but I
OD.
knew I had to do it.
Right.
So I was like, because I wanted answers.
Step up to the plate, boy.
So I went, and I was like,
You didn't like the answer.
No, I didn't. Wait till you hear the answer. So like, I go up to her, and I'm just like, hey, can we talk? And she was just like, yeah. And I was expecting her to move. She didn't move. She wanted to talk
she
right
stayed
there.
with her
She said, yeah, we
friends.
could
So I
talk
was
right
like,
here.
all right,
Oh,
whatever.
right here? Oh, okay.
So I'm telling her, I was like, yo, I was calling you last night. I was texting you. You know, you didn't answer back. I texted you this morning. And she was just like, I just didn't want to. I was like, why though? I thought we were like, you know, in a relationship. I thought everything was good. And she was like, honestly, like, you're just too much of a pussy for me. Bro, just like that, bro. And my heart shattered, bro.
Bruh.
Like,
Yo, middle
just like
schoolers
that,
are
yeah,
right?
mean.
Ruthless.
And she,
OD
bro, she
ruthless.
literally looked at me. She was like this. And she was like, honestly, like, you're just too much of a pussy for me. Just like that, bro. And I'm just
Straight
like,
up.
Her little friends are in the back, like,
bro, they were like dying.
That's
Well,
not
yeah,
it.
well,
yeah,
I'm
that
dying
sounds about
in
right,
the
though. That's not
inside.
fair.
They're laughing at me.
Yo,
Oh
they're
my
And I
hysterically
think
bad.
that's why I
Yeah.
make these jokes in
Yeah.
the wrong moments.
Yeah.
Because like I'm thinking about all
That's
those bitches.
yeah.
We all become
Revenge.
menaces at our own pace.
Yeah.
at our
Like,
own
yo,
Your
time.
villain era.
Yeah.
It was so
Origin
bad.
story.
Origin
story.
stories.
It was so bad because after that, like I was really devastated. Like you know,
It
that's
changed your
where
perspective.
Like after that day, I never allowed no one ever to call me a pussy and get away with it. Like after that, you call me a pussy, we're fighting.
Yeah.
That's it. Like
Yeah, that's facts.
something's gonna happen.
Respectfully.
You know, like never. Like she literally like has fucked up my mind. That word to me cannot ever be said to me ever again.
Yeah.
Because of that moment of how I felt and how every time I hear that word being thrown around, like it makes me feel.
Origin
Yeah.
story.
And it's like, bro, like that
That's
shit
triggered.
broke my heart. Like, you know,
She
it
called
was-
you Pussalaminus.
it was crazy.
That's crazy, bro. You know that's like that's the full term word for pussy. Pussalaminus.
Pussalaminus?
Yeah, that's the full word.
Pussalaminus.
Y'all didn't know that?
No.
I'm
Did
still
I tell you
not
that?
believing that that's
No,
a
I'm
real
dead
word.
ass.
I
You
knew
dead ass,
that.
like,
I actually
100%.
forgot
I'm
about
dead ass.
that weird fact, to be honest.
That is odd.
Yeah, OD.
Yeah, drop it.
But yeah, like.
So
after-
how did it affect like that? Did that affect every relationship with just
it
girlfriends
affected-
or with everyone?
With
Yeah,
everybody.
it affected me because in that relationship, since it was my first relationship, I was really open. And I was just
Vulnerable.
Like, I would like overshare. I would like
I'm
be
the same.
very
I'm a
emotional.
oversharer.
Really?
All that
Me
stuff.
too.
After that, bro, I was cold to every relationship that ever came to me. Like
Yeah.
relationship will come to me, bro. Like they'll text me, I wouldn't text them back for like 2 days.
No
I'll
feet
see them
up.
at school like nothing happened. I'm like, hey, what's good? And they'll be like, you didn't text me. I'm like, okay,
Okay.
bye. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Okay.
what, like
Yeah.
you know, I just stopped caring
I'd be
about
like-
all the extra stuff at that point.
I hear that.
And it carried on. It carried on for like until like high school.
Yeah.
Damn.
You know, all the way up, and
That's
like,
facts.
I was still
we
like
can vouch
that.
for that.
Yeah.
We can vouch.
You know, like I really didn't give a fuck about
A
you
lot.
know, a lot.
For
you know,
sure.
because of that, you know. And I
Damn.
say this because now, like, I'm over that shit.
I'm
And
like,
now I think
Yeah.
about it, and it's
Damn it.
hilarious to me, the fact that that happened to me.
That's emotional damage right
Yeah.
there.
Type, right?
Emotional
Yeah.
damage.
It was tough. I have another story too that happened in high school, but I'm not gonna share that one. Like maybe later.
Maybe off mic, maybe off mic.
Get me off the mic, all right? I'm about to cry.
It's getting emotional. Okay?
So with me, I was on and off with a girl in high school for 4 years, right? And then one day, it was like a Saturday. It was like over the summer. It was like, it was like during the summer, and she calls me, right? And mind you, like everything's fine. Like, you know, she just called me the one day, like, yo, yeah, I just cheated on you. And I was like,
Casual as hell.
I was like, bro, mind you, it's like 10 in the morning. Like, you chose violence this early, bro.
Yo.
She's still in bed with him. Like, I hear him getting ready, bro. Like, yes, bro. Like, I'm like, whoa.
What?
So then we spoke about it, right? We spoke about it, and then
That's not okay.
you know, we broke up, of course, because
Of course.
like what
For sure.
But like it's because
Yeah.
like
You
this
got the
is
memo
so like
that you guys
so like
broke
this
up.
is like this is the only girl like I really knew. Like, yo, you're the only girl that like you're my world. Like, you're the only girl I know.
What grade or what age was this?
This was right after high school, like that summer.
Okay.
Okay.
And then a month later, like she texted me like, yo, can I like call you? I'm like, yeah, whatever. But she calls me whatever, and she's like, yeah, I'm pregnant. And I was like, wow.
Yeah. It's like Usher's confessions
Yeah.
going on.
So like, so we ended up speaking about it again. Like, we was talking about it, and I was just like, yo, like why? Like just like I just need to know like why.
Mm-hmm.
And her like real reason was, yo, like you're a bum. Like, yo, you don't work, you have no aspirations. Like, you in the last 4 years you have never thought about school, work, getting the simple things of like getting a permit or a license or a car.
Yeah.
Like
Like
you just have
ambition.
no ambition to grow up.
So-
And it's true. Like, I had to sit there and eat it because just like, yo, yeah, like all I did was hang with the homies, bro. And you
Yeah.
know, like all the street shit we was doing or whatever, but like that was that. And she was just like, yo, like, yeah, like you cannot financially support me like how I need to. Like, there's
Yeah.
more, like
The
there's
lifestyle
more,
she
like there's
wants.
more to a partnership and a relationship than just loving me. Like, there's more
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah, for sure.
And I was like, wow. Like, so like it messed me up big time. And then like after that, like
It was a hard pill to
like
swallow.
after that, bro, like there's two things I promised myself. I'd never be broke, and I'd never get called the bum again. So I got to work, and like people ask me like, yo, why do you have such a hard work ethic? Like, yo, you don't like you work as if like this is your company. And it's just like, yo, like it's because yo, like no one will ever do that to me again.
Yeah.
And her other reasoning, and this is stupid for me to pick up, and I blame myself because I ended up hurting a lot of other girls like afterward. But she told me a piece of advice, which isn't advice because this is horrible. And if she's listening, then like I like we need to talk about that because like, like you didn't need to tell a
didn't have to
17-year-old
fuck
this,
'em up like
right?
that.
But she was like, she really believed in leave others before they leave you, so it doesn't hurt. So she left
As
me.
much.
So she left me,
That's
in
that's
case
bad.
I would ever leave her, no matter how badly in love she was.
Oh, damn.
So yeah, and so she
Yeah.
found someone, and then they're on like child number 2 now, and they're married and all that. So like it's
Congrats.
all yeah,
I mean,
congrats.
well,
Nah,
yeah,
nah,
congrats.
she's a killer of a mother. Like she's great.
Yeah.
I wish nothing but the best. But after that, it raised my standards on who I want to be with. It raised my standards on like how I moved, like, and also, wow. I just ended up not being the best guy, thinking that I was like I turned into her
Yeah.
without realizing I
Without
turned into her.
realizing it, yeah. You just caught on.
So
to
it
those
sucked. It sucked.
habits or
And once
patterns.
I was aware of it, that amount of accountability that had it hit me, it was huge.
Yeah.
So it wasn't the best feeling. And then you just have to send your apologies, hoping that like not to fix anything, but like yo, I am aware that like I
Yeah,
was wrong
just
to
to
this
show
person,
acknowledgement.
this person.
Yeah.
And
You want some resolution.
yeah, and so
Somewhat.
like yo, I was wrong. Like I was wrong, and it's okay to be wrong.
Yeah.
So that was that. But
100%.
yeah, like it just sucked, but I'm over it now. So
You know, it's crazy. Like when
Jeez.
you go through these things at the moment, like for like a good like, I mean, I'm speaking for myself, but like for me, it was like a good like 2 solid like full weeks of like me feeling like I would never get out of this like emotional like
damage.
Emotional
Emotional
Like, I
damage.
feel like I'm lost in the world. I feel like nothing's ever
Yeah.
gonna get better. My life is gonna be a complete mess after
Yeah.
this. And then it's like the third week comes and it's just like, what happened?
I
Like,
was
you know what I'm
really-
saying?
I
Like,
was really
everything's
tripping
gone now.
on-
You know what I'm saying?
I was
I'm
really
good.
tripping
Yeah.
on what? Honestly, I guess mine. I definitely feel that because, like we spoke on mic, but off mic now. That I'm a hopeless romantic type. You feel me? I love
On
wholeheartedly.
mic, but off mic. Yo, you're
Yeah.
you're one.
Yeah.
You're hilarious for that.
I love wholeheartedly, and I feel like I've grown through the like as we all should. I've grown through the relationships where it's kind of like, okay, yes, I could feel this feeling, but I've already felt this feeling before. What's a more productive feeling? You feel me? Like, how can we solve this problem? What problem is at hand, and how are we moving to like fix it?
Yeah.
So I feel like what did it for me was giving privileges of being like a partner, like the privileges of being with me essentially, to someone who didn't want them. Like, or didn't want the privileges, like didn't want to claim me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I wanted to be with that person, but they didn't want to be with me. I would be more than giving in situation. Like I said, I think it was the one time when we were with T, talking with T, that I overshare. And that was a little bit earlier. I was like,
Oh,
yeah, I'm
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
overshare.
Me too.
I'm more than willing to like share what's on my mind and stuff like that. And over time, I kind of just like, I say a lot more with less words. Like I don't speak as much.
I got you.
You feel me? Like,
You get
I
straight
don't-
to the point.
I get straight to the point, right? I don't say too much nowadays, but like it's not that I'm not willing to share. It's just I don't feel like I need that much anymore. So I guess with that whole situationship, whatever it was, yeah, they just didn't really want that label. And I guess for some reason I had to really understand, like I had to get to understand with myself, why did I feel like I needed that label? Or at least why did I want that label from them when
Yeah.
like I was kind of giving them that and they didn't want to reciprocate it. You know what I'm saying? So
Like a validation thing.
I suppose maybe, yeah, I think it might have been like a validation thing because I was trying, like, I was doing what I can, doing my best, and like I guess it just didn't feel like enough.
Yeah.
And then like going forward, like going forward in my like next relationships, it's kind of like, how should I say? I didn't give them as much as I would have wanted to because it just was mistreated prior.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't handle it with care.
Right.
So it was kind of just like, okay, I don't want to feel that again. I don't want to allow another person to kind of have that over me where like I want to kind of control the narrative of how I move in this relationship.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to share, or I'm not going to kind of give you that amount of myself so that you don't take it for granted. type
Yeah.
shit. So
Wow.
Makes sense.
that's kind of that.
That's wow.
I feel like
That's a
that's
good
what, yeah, that was it took a lot for me to like kind of just get over that, but we grow from these experiences and like through talking over it and stuff like that. It's
For
been
sure.
I feel like
somewhat
everyone
life-changing.
needs to go through like a heartbreak.
For
Yeah.
sure.
I feel like, I mean, if you don't, hey, good job.
Great.
Yeah.
So you were able to like
Handle it well.
crack the code and find the perfect one first shot.
Yeah.
But like I feel like everyone has to go through like that little heartbreak or that little like terrible relationship in order to like be able to grow as a person, be able to know what not and what to do in the next relationship. Just stuff like that.
To know yourself, really.
Yeah,
Like getting to know
Yeah.
yourself as a person.
because you'll learn yourself from those experiences. Like so far, the 3 that we shared, you learned about yourself.
For sure.
You had to like self-analyze. You had to like look at yourself in
What
the mirror.
what do I always say? You better learn yourself before the world learns you.
Word.
Yeah.
Like you better learn what you about
Right.
and how
the
you
world
handle
knows
certain
what you
things
about.
because otherwise vulnerability gives opportunity to
It's ammo.
get taken advantage
It's
of.
ammo.
Yeah,
Or too
it
much
does.
vulnerability.
Too much,
There's
yeah.
nothing I don't find anything wrong with vulnerability.
No, me neither.
Me either.
Um,
I think it's
yeah.
a strength, but I mean,
sure.
everybody looks at it differently. My situation, I think it was 19 when I started dating this guy. And I had known him through high school. Like, he always liked me through high school, but I just, like, had no interest in him other than being friends. And one time he invited me to his house to, like, go to something or whatever. He was, like, presenting something. And I went and I hung out with him and his friends or whatever. And like I said, I'm a very isolated person. Like, I don't hang out. And, like, when I was younger, I was really sheltered. So I did have boyfriends, but it was, like, very limited, like,
Okay.
how deep my relationships got. So this was, like, my first, I think, like, adult, like, young
Yeah.
adult relationship. And it was really hard because, like, one, he cheated on me, like, multiple times with girls that I knew.
Damn.
So that was like rough. And then he would lie about it even when I would catch him. Like one
Gaslighting.
time I seen like this girl's like headband in the back seat of his car, like on the floor.
Literally
How
red-handed.
messy.
That's
Like-
OD
How
messy.
messy.
That's crazy.
After he went
Not
to
saying
a
it's
party.
right.
Yeah, it's not right.
It's just
not right.
messy.
No, it's just crazy.
It's just messy.
So, no, honestly,
Like-
I don't care now. Like this is like 8 years ago. But and he like lied to me and was like, "Oh, I just gave her a ride home," but I knew that girl was like no disrespect to the girl, but like I knew that girl was known for like doing certain things with
She was ran through?
guys. I don't want to say that about a woman. I already said I'm not going to speak ill about women. But well, off tape. But so basically I caught this or whatever, and I like confronted him about it, and he gaslit the whole situation. It was like, "Oh no, that didn't happen. Like I was just being a nice guy and giving her a ride home." All this stuff, right? So like that happened with that girl. Then there was like a second situation with a different girl. Like she's like texting him in the morning, like early in the morning. Like this girl was waking up 6 a.m. texting him good morning.
Jeez.
Like that's definitely no
First thing on her
friendship.
mind.
Like
First thing on her
sorry.
mind.
Little too
Like, girl,
persistent.
you just open your goddamn eyes texting this man good morning with some hard
Ain't even got
eyes.
the
We don't
crust
got-
out your eyes
Yeah,
yet.
I was
Yeah,
just
like-
thinking that,
You still
right?
like this
You
section.
haven't even brushed your teeth yet. You tell my man good morning. So like, so I knew about
Have some
that.
decency.
Yeah, like come on. So so there was like a couple other situations with that girl specifically, which is like all past shit. But the part that really hurt me was in the end of our relationship, there was a last girl, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she was his friend's girlfriend.
Oh.
Right.
Oh,
so this is
wicked.
gonna get
They're
messy.
bad.
That's a L man's right there.
Oh,
That's
to
a
this
L-man's.
day, he's still pulling stunts. I be
Yeah,
telling
nah.
him, like, bro, you gotta stop. Like,
Yeah,
we too
nah.
old for this. But anyway, so she was his friend's girlfriend. I had gotten him this job. Like, it was my job originally. I had worked there for years. I was a manager at this point. I was only 21, and I was a manager. Like I was working really hard for this job.
Yeah.
And
Gunshot.
I got him
Talking
a
shit.
job there. And then he got her a job there.
Oh, I'm dead.
Yeah.
What kind
That's
of shit
so
is that?
messy. Yo,
yeah.
that's so
Yes.
messy.
Bro,
What
Like,
kind of shit is
Oh,
that?
it gets messy. So then
more?
there's so much more. So then like I could tell that they had like something weird going on. Like he would start going on breaks
Some
and
sort
like
of dynamic.
like I smoked back then at the time, and we would like smoke on breaks, and he would like bring her on the smoke breaks, but not me, like type shit. And my best friend at the time was like this big dude, and he was like, bro, like the one time she was like in the front seat, he's like, girl, you better go to the back seat. Like the only person sitting in the front is Veronika. Like we don't got time for
Yeah.
that. Like my homeboys were like,
That's a
we're
W
like,
man.
Yeah,
we're
that's a
all-
W man.
That's my
Keep it in
that's
check.
my man
Yeah.
to this day. That's my boy Perry forever.
Yeah.
So when me and him broke up, she basically slid in and they started talking. But the way that I found out was messed up because I guess over the weekend they had hooked up. She was talking to a different dude at our job at the time. She had left her boyfriend. And she was talking to a different dude at the time at our job. And that guy had not talked to her because me and her had gotten into like an argument
Okay.
where like I wasn't fucking with her because I just felt like some weird vibes with her and my boyfriend. And just like the whole situation was
Yeah.
funny to me. And so like he showed up at her house one day at like midnight and texted her and was like, oh, like what you doing? And she was like, oh, I'm about to go to sleep or whatever. Like, he was like, oh, you're not trying to chill? And she was like, no. Because he was going to be like, oh, like, I'm outside. Type.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
that's
wow.
still a little weird, but
OT.
he is going to text her like, you know, I'm outside, like, I'm here or whatever. I guess that was, like, something they did often. And he saw my ex and his best friend walking out the apartment building of her apartment building. So, like, walking out the door or whatever. So then after that, he told somebody about it. And he told my best friend at the time, right? So she like told me, and we were trying to figure out if she was messing with my ex or his best friend. Cause she was the type of girl that thought everybody was cute. So like she was always making comments about different guys being
didn't
cute. So
care.
we didn't really know who she was
Yeah.
interested or whatever. So then basically that Monday morning, I didn't drive. My friend would take me to work. We pull in at the same time that he's pulling in with her in her whip to work.
Bro, this guy's a menace.
Yo,
Oh,
D.
Menace.
Oh,
Menace.
D.
I need to meet him.
Yeah, you do. You probably know him. That's the thing.
That's crazy.
I gotta know
So-
his origin
Yeah,
story.
that's-
Yo, he's crazy. He's a Gemini. So anyway,
What's his moon?
he's Libra.
Oh God.
I know it. So he's a Gemini Libra. Terrible. So they pull into work together. I tell my homeboy, I'm like, they're together. My friend's like, nah, bro. She's probably just giving him a ride. Like, he didn't have his car at the time. I was like, boy, by the end of the day, we're going to figure it out. He's like, I bet. So it's the end of the day, and I see him go up to her desk, and they're, like, real close together. Like, you can tell by body language,
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
what's
for
going
sure,
on.
for sure.
So I go up to my homeboy. I'm like, so what's up? He was like, yo, you smart. Like, they're
Picked
together.
up on it.
So I yell from across the room, and I was like, oh, real fucking cute, the both of y'all, huh?
Yeah, she's like that. She's
That's
like
So,
that.
and I'm
Gunshot.
definitely like that.
Yeah.
Gunshot.
So anyway, he ended up dating that girl, and it was real embarrassing for me because, like, I'm at my job, like, you know what I
In the
mean? Like, you're making an
workplace,
ass out of
yeah.
me at my job. So it was very publicly humiliating, and there's a lot more to it, but, like, that was the part of it that really, like, hurt me because from all my relationships then on, it was about, like, the guy not embarrassing me. Like, I
Nah,
started
that's-
to
that's the one.
constitute
That's important. That's the one.
everything
That's
that
the
a
one.
man did in my relationship, it applied to me. And so then I started blaming myself for the way that men acted. And it took until now to realize that, like, look, at the end of the day, if a man cheats on me, if a man plays me or does something, that's his character.
Yep.
That got nothing to do
Nothing
with
to do
me.
with who you are.
And that's why I now I don't judge women on the fact that a man cheated on her, or I don't judge a man on the fact that their partner cheated on them, or they got played, or whatever
Yeah.
the situation was, because that has nothing to do with that person's significant character.
Right.
Like, you know, we see on social media, like, people outing people and, like, oh, that's why your man did this, or, like,
Yeah.
that's why your girl was with me and whatever. And it's like, yeah, like, that's cool and all, like that's funny, that'll get you some laughs or whatever, but, like, you're really hurting somebody's
Yo,
like
mental
who
health,
that
bro.
person is.
Yeah, that's true.
And that detrimented me. And the first month after we broke up, like, I, like, held, like, a real grudge on that shit.
Damn.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, and we had all the same best friends. Like, me and him were part of the same best friend group. All my best friends were his best
That's
friends.
just
Oh shit. Yeah.
So it was even worse. And one day we had a sleepover at one of our best friends' house or whatever. And I was just talking to them or whatever. And, you know, I had been, like, bringing it up a lot. You know what I mean? Like, I'm bringing it up a lot.
Would you
Like,
say a
I'm-
little projected?
yeah, I'm a little upset. And one day, my two guy best friends that I was, like, closest to at the time, they were like, yo, Veronika, at some point, like, you gotta let this shit go. Like, at the end of the day, like, there's nothing you can do about this situation. And, like, it's not that we don't want to hear you talk about it, but, like, we care about you, and you're
Yeah.
really letting this shit eat you. Like,
Did that make you see, like, at that point in time when all that was, like, recent, did that make you, like, look at every man as the same?
No, it just made me. I kind of felt like shit about myself because, like, this wasn't the first girl he played me with. So that was that one thing. So it was, like, in my mind, like, I feel like social.
Like, blaming yourself for, like,
Yeah, like,
Yeah, but-
society-wise, like, I feel like when it comes to a woman, it's a little difficult because, like, there's always that, oh, you can't keep a man, like, conversation. Yeah, that construct. And I felt like, oh, like, what is it about me that I don't have that he keeps seeking out in other women? But in
Right.
reality, it was what he didn't have in himself
Yeah.
that he was seeking out from other
Gunshot.
women. There was nothing I
Ain't
could
had
have
nothing to do
done
with you, yeah.
to fix that.
That's the
And,
one right
like,
there.
It's not even your
that-
job.
No, and it's
Yeah.
not my job.
It's not even your
Nowhere to
responsibility.
do
No,
that.
and it's not. And so, like, that for a long time really, like, it ruined, like, the guy that I was with after him for 5 years, like, it was detrimental to that relationship.
Damn.
Definitely. Like we had a situation go on between us, and that really tanked me. And the worst part about it is, like, to this day, that same ex will, like, look for me and try to find me and, like, be like, yo, you know, like, I'm so sorry for, like, what I did to you back then, and, like,
Yeah.
you didn't deserve that, whatever, blah, blah. But, like, I'm best friends with the girl that he dated after me. Like we became friends after he had dated her.
Oh, that's the
and like
best.
he did the same exact thing to her and like every girl since. So like at the end of the day,
wow.
like that's a personality thing with
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
And me and her make fun of him
Yeah.
all the time.
That's
like,
just him. You
That's
just have
just
to
his
accept
character.
him
That's
I
his
for
cut his
what he
ass
is.
to this day
That's
about
crazy.
it. Like it's
Yeah,
like,
no,
bro,
yeah,
you
yeah,
just
yeah.
you can't keep it in your pants.
Yeah.
That's your problem. Like
That's the issue.
you're just
That's the issue with
insecure, and I feel like cheating has a lot to do with insecurity in that person. Like
Yeah.
That's very true.
like
Yeah.
I just don't equate myself to that no more, and that's a good lesson that I had to learn.
Now speaking about that, like with like how all that happened to you, how would you? I mean, not assuming that you'll know right now, but like,
Yeah.
how would you handle that situation now? Like, would you be as forgiving, or would you be more like
So
stronger in that
now
area?
I'm in a different kind of relationship, and it's more like an open relationship in a
Okay.
way. Because like
Okay.
that's the thing is like I don't have a problem with multiple partners or like multiple romantic
Okay.
situations. Like I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem with lying. And
Not being
disguise.
transparent.
Yeah, like don't make me feel like if something's going on, like tell me. Like I'd rather you tell me the truth and me decide if I want to stay or go based
Yeah.
off that, rather than you sitting here like telling me something that I know is going on and I can feel it in my gut, and you're trying to tell me not to trust myself. Like I think that that's more detrimental to a person than anything. Like obviously, like the way that I view relationships, I really have come to the point where like I don't want to get married. I don't want to be somebody's wife. You know what I mean? And I have nothing wrong with marriage. I don't think there's a problem with marriage or the institution of it.
Yeah.
I just personally never pictured myself being married. And I also don't know if I want to be with the same man for the rest of my life or woman.
So you're okay with like multiple partners?
Yeah, I'm cool with
Sorry.
multiple partners.
Okay,
So
I'm
like
just asking because like I've never met anyone, me personally, I never met anyone
Yeah.
who has told me that, you know.
Yeah,
or,
yeah.
like, I've never heard that other than like in shows or movies
Yeah,
or something
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
But like in person, face to face, meeting someone that like is open to
Oh
that.
yeah, I have
like,
no
it's
problem with
interesting to
that.
me,
Like, and I like men and women, so it's different
Okay,
too. Like,
okay.
like I might be okay with being with one man, but what if there's like a woman who
woman
just
interest.
that I'm interested in, and like, will my partner be okay with that? And like,
Yeah.
it's just a different type of communication and like all of that. And so like I said, it wasn't necessarily that there were other girls in the picture that was the issue for me. Like as weird as that sounds, it was more so that my partner was willing to lie to me and embarrass me where I was finding out this shit in front of other people, in front
Right.
of people that weren't going to nurture me or care about how it came out.
Yeah.
Like if I'm going to find out about something, it better be from you.
Yeah.
Like especially like I think like cheating and all of that stuff, like that's betrayal, and like whatever people want to like, oh, you're stupid for staying or whatever that situation is. I think it's more so about like, did your partner find out through other people that you did that
Yeah.
shit,
I
or
feel like
did
that
you
always
have
makes
the?
it worse, though.
Yeah,
Like,
that makes it way
having
worse.
to find out because
I have a
like
question.
Go ahead.
What's your question? Go ahead.
Ultra. Forget it.
Okay.
Forget it.
That's
Ultra.
a safe word.
That's a safe word.
Okay.
Ultra. Yeah. Go ahead.
so like something like my parents would like, well, my mom mostly would like tell me about like relationships, and like when it comes to like your significant other, is like it doesn't really matter if you like have them like that, like in like where they can't breathe, they can't go anywhere. If their intentions are to cheat,
They will.
they are going
They will.
to cheat regardless. If
They'll
you
find
love
a
them
way.
24/7.
People will
Hell
do
yeah.
what they want to do.
Yeah,
You
and
can't
it's
make
like-
somebody
Free
not
will,
do free will.
dude.
Exactly.
Yeah. And
Like-
it's just gonna happen. But I have a question for y'all too.
What's up?
Okay. Now, let's say you're dating a girl.
Okay.
Right? You're in a serious relationship.
Go ahead.
How would you feel? How would you feel if she slept with a woman and didn't tell you? Would you consider it cheating or not?
It already happened.
Okay, but would you consider it cheating or
so
not?
how was that?
Yeah. So how did you feel if it already happened?
It was behind your back.
That's even better. The fact that
It was no.
Speaking of
So
experience.
Yeah.
it was the same. It was the same girl.
Wow.
That I
Oh,
spoke about
damn.
earlier,
Crazy.
and
Damn.
it was Pride.
Okay.
It was Pride.
Oh wow.
it was
what an
pride.
excuse.
Yeah.
Was that her reasoning for it?
No, but like it was Pride.
Okay. So is that you justifying it?
No, I'm not
'Cause that's what it
justifying
sounded
it.
like
It's-
for
I'm
a
not
second.
justifying it
For a
because
second.
all right, let me communicate.
Yeah,
better.
yeah,
Go
yeah.
ahead.
So you know how she was very quick and open and honest to tell me, like
Yeah.
it's like something a lot of people just won't. Like, yo, yeah, I just
Right.
cheated on you. Like,
No, yeah, I give her that. She definitely just
So she did the
told
same
you
thing.
outright.
She did the same thing.
She just told you.
Like, yeah, like after she slept with her, like she called me up, like, yo, it just, you know,
slept with
and
her,
it
I
didn't
slept with
it
a
didn't bother me as much, but like ultra.
That's crazy.
Okay.
All right, you know what? I'm not even going to force it. I was about to try to get you. Off mic, I probably would have been like, nah, tell me. Like, you're not about to do that to me. But anyways.
Yeah, it's okay. It's very personal.
I am not. Like, we're just not gonna go there.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Off mic, I'm pressing him.
Yeah,
After the show.
I'll tell you guys what I really wanted to say. But
Yeah, all right. So,
but it didn't bother me. To answer the question, it didn't bother me.
I think, would it bother me? I think it ties into a lot of what you were mentioning, like transparency. Like, literally, if you communicate. Like, there should be no, whether or not you cheated or didn't cheat, as long as you're telling me, like, the truth and it's coming from you, I feel like if they told me, like, yo, I cheated on you, I'd probably feel, like, taken aback type shit. But I feel like if she were to cheat on me with another woman, would I consider it cheating? I mean, yeah, you kind of gave I feel like to a lot of people, like, intercourse and, like, sex is just, like, it's a bond. It's like a tie.
Yeah, I mean,
you know
it's no different because it's a woman. I don't think it's like it's less disrespectful to cheat. You
All right,
know?
two questions, and I'm gonna say it. Two questions. How would you feel? And just speed questions. How would you feel if you got stuff with another guy?
With another guy?
Yeah.
If I wasn't already aware of it, like that he was like that, I mean, it would be like a shocker to me. I can't tell you for sure 100%, but I was in a situation where I was seeing a guy and then
that kind of just happened.
It's not that he slept with another guy, but he like had intimate feelings for another guy while I was seeing him, and it kind of like knocked me off I've had a lot of experiences dating. My dating realm is very like out there because I'm very open minded, but it was hurtful, but it didn't hurt like in a different way. I'm bisexual, so like for me it doesn't matter.
I lied.
Different.
3 questions.
Yeah, go ahead.
Would it? Yo,
wait,
I'm sorry, yo. I'm sorry if we get canceled, bro. Honestly, yo. No, I'm not ultra no more. All right. Would it matter if it was if he was top or bottom?
Yo, I was gonna bring that up.
That's crazy.
Now, if he was bottom,
I'm asking the questions today.
crazy.
Let's go.
If he was bottom, I think that it would make a bigger difference because I'd be like, bro, I can't do
you
that. Like, I
out here
can't wear a
getting-
strap. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not
You're
pegging
honestly
nobody.
just too much of a pussy for me.
Yes! Yeah,
that was effortless though.
That was very good. That was very good. You tied it right back in.
That's
but for me, it would be like different because I'd be like, I can't fulfill that for you, bro. Like that's gonna make me feel like I inadequately cannot fulfill that for you.
All right, third question. We all been cheated on?
Yes.
Yeah.
What did we learn from the cheating?
That shit hurts.
No,
That's crazy.
Wait.
Why did we take him
Has
back?
anybody
What
in
did
here
we-
cheated?
What did
No.
I haven't cheated.
Okay.
I haven't cheated.
One thing,
No.
one thing I'll say, I've never taken anyone back who's cheated on me.
So you learned something.
No, I learned off the bat. Like,
All right,
that
cool.
was- Nah.
I'm still trying to figure out what the fuck I learned.
I'm honestly.
What did I learn from the cheating,
Yeah,
bro?
what did I learn? Really? I don't think I mean, yeah, my dumb ass was.
Because
my
I feel,
dumb ass went
because
back
to me and like my brain, like this is my brain.
Yeah, I feel
my
like that's the
processor.
meaning though, to call yourself dumb.
Yeah. I mean, it is, to be honest, because, like, but then again, like, I shouldn't because that's how I felt.
Yeah.
Like, you know?
Yeah, no,
You had to give it
Nah,
another
yeah,
go.
you should-
Yeah.
And I
you
went
shouldn't feel
back
like
too.
that.
And
and that's the thing, 'cause I feel
mean,
like-
at the end, it didn't work out. Like, obviously, like, I should have left because that completely, like,
Yeah.
tainted
It
everything.
changed everything.
And I wouldn't, like, at this point, I wouldn't be with somebody who blatantly cheats on me. Like, if like I said, in a poly situation, it's a lot about communicating. So
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
my person is like, I'm interested in this person and I might want to, how do you feel about that? Like kind of situation, that's different. If I'm okay with the situation, it's different. If you just going behind my back and just sleeping with a bunch of, also there's a lot of medical things about that.
100%.
For sure.
You know,
100%.
there's a lot of
Yeah.
safety
If you out
about
here
that. So
doing a lot-
that's what I mean by like you need to be respectful of other people's bodies. Like
sure.
you want to be touching up on everybody, that's your business. But if somebody you're with is not okay with that, that's messed up.
Yeah.
So it's about communication. I will not take back a cheater, but I will be open to different scenarios. But cheating.
But you have taken back a cheater.
But I have taken back a cheater, and
So
I
what
would
did you
never do
learn?
it again. I learned to never take back a cheater
Gotcha.
because you broke in trust. Trust is like a mirror,
True.
bro.
Yeah.
You're gonna see the cracks in it.
My
I
thing
feel like-
I'm sorry,
like that.
but
The
I
mirror.
feel like my thing was.
Nah, I
just-
decided to go. So no.
Okay.
It's
Nah, go.
It's the shades. It's the shades.
I know, right? he's in podcast mode.
Nah, like my thing is just like it's just the way my mind works. Like, and the reason why I never took anyone back that cheated on me was literally because like I would just think about that moment of the cheating and like the things that would be said to like me being said to that person, and now to me like everything you just said to me throughout this whole relationship means nothing.
Yeah.
Tight.
Because if it was so easy for you to say to someone else, like now when you said to me, I felt special as shit.
Yeah,
Like, I felt
yeah.
like
That
I'm
was
the
cool.
only person who got this attention.
They lose value.
Yeah,
It
no,
loses-
it's just
your
like,
word loses value.
The
It's like-
exclusivity's
like-
gone.
It's like changing your mind.
No, because literally, you know what's so crazy? There was an avenue to literally. I think you were saying so. I was an avenue to be like, it's okay to change your mind. I was about to fuck y'all. I was about to fuck all of y'all up saying that, but I chose not to. See the different type of person. You choose. You choose to.
I'm choosing violence the rest of the
Andy's
episode.
violence
I'm
today.
choosing violence the rest of the episode.
Gotcha.
So, all right. So with me, right, the way my brain processes and everything, it's like, if you cheat on me and you take me back, vice versa.
Okay.
I feel like they don't learn that, like, don't do this again.
Yeah.
It's like
got out of
they're
it.
just gonna. They might just learn to cheat better.
That's
Like
crazy.
they might just learn like
Absolutely.
Oh, but baby,
not be as messy.
The guy that I was with for 5 years, he did cheat on me in the beginning of our relationship. And it was the only time he ever cheated in his whole life.
As you know.
And
Now, I'm so-
I mean, honestly, at this point, I don't know what he's doing. Hopefully not, though. But I feel like he really did learn his lesson and he changed a lot. And like it never happened again.
That's
Like, and
good.
I can guarantee it never happened again.
Where?
But it didn't matter because at that point, all the lies that he said in the time that it took me to figure out, because it was like a month and a half later that I figured out he cheated on me. It wasn't like he told me the next day. Or like, you know what I mean? Like he lied for a while before breaking down and admitting to it. And that's what really causes the damage, I think. Is like the blatant, all the lies to cover up one lie.
Yeah.
Like, bro, now I don't even believe you.
That's why it's not. That's why it's just better to be honest, because you have to keep building
Yeah,
more
bro,
lies.
that's
in order to
Yeah,
protect
you just
well.
gotta keep lying.
Yeah, that's
And
not-
I
Or,
just, I'm a
one
bad liar to
slip up
begin
is gonna
with.
fuck up the whole thing, and now you have to start
Yes.
over again and like try to make it.
You got to keep tabs. Like,
Yeah,
okay, I
like
said
it's
this. so
possible to
literally.
get past it. I'm not saying it's not, because there are couples that do, but it's a lot of work. And honestly, like you gotta
Lying
also think about
is a
how,
lot of work.
Dude. Bro,
Lying
I don't
is
even I don't lie to
mad.
nobody. I don't give a
That's what I'm saying.
damn.
That's
I don't
too
care
much
who the
work,
fuck
bro.
you are. I'm
It
not
is.
lying to you.
I'll
There's just
think
no reason to
about-
lie.
I don't even
Yeah.
care enough about you to lie to you. I'm not even going front.
Yo,
Like,
I
I
just be
dead
straight
ass
up.
don't.
Straight up.
If you really think about it, like, bro, you know how much problems you could just avoid by just saying, like, yo, this is what happened. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
is it gonna be like a tough pill to swallow and
Yeah.
a very hard
sure.
conversation to even have? Absolutely.
For
but
sure.
guess what? 2 hours of like a conversation and like getting someone with it compared to months and months and months of lying and lying and lying, and now you have to like go back after they find out
Yup.
all those months and clarify all
all
those,
those lies.
that you
Yeah.
just did.
Which is no, that's like
It's terrible.
and that's 100% true. Because even with the ex that cheated on me, when she like the fact that she told me
Right away.
and it's like that's like I respect all women, but there's like a different bracket, like you know your mom, sister, grandmother, like a different bracket of women you respect, and she's up there, just based off her honesty. Like the fact that I can say like, oh yeah, you did me wrong, but I know you never lied to me,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
everything you told me was like 100% true.
100%.
No,
Word.
you know what's crazy? My mom too. Like my mom used to give me like, my mom was my relationship advice. You know, like she would give me my relationship advice, and like she'll tell me like straight up, she'll be like, look, you know, if you ever think about like, you know, cheating or, you know, you just don't want to be in the relationship, you're getting tired of somebody, sit down, talk to them, you know, have a conversation. Because at
Yeah.
the end of the day, I guarantee you that they'll respect you more if you're just upfront about it
Yes.
before you start lying and making excuses and then you actually do the action. And then now you have to come back and explain. It's like they're
For
going to respect
sure.
you more if you're just like, look, this is how I'm feeling. This is what I'm thinking about doing. How can we move past this?
Yeah.
You know, they're gonna respect you way more than
Way
you just
more.
go do
Yeah.
your thing and then come
Yeah.
back and they find out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
'Cause
And
then
it's
like,
again, it's not-
sneaky.
Yeah,
it's
she'll tell me that
shady.
shit.
Yeah, I never held it against her.
Nah,
No,
you should
because
have-
she told you.
Yeah, I never held it against
There's
her, bro.
no there's
and
no
you
reason
have
to
more
hold
respect
resent.
for that.
Yeah, like me
No,
and her,
there's a
me and her
respect
don't
for
speak
sure.
because you know she's married. She has her own
She got
life.
her own
Yeah,
life.
Yeah,
she's, but even before she got married, like she was like, we were friends at one point.
Yeah.
We were literally friends. Like, yeah, everything was cool. I was dating who I was dating. I was messing up their lives, but
Off that last advice you might have
yeah,
gave me.
you know, and but she like is just the utmost respect. And if I were to see her today, like, hey,
It's
like,
the
how's
same.
everything? You know, like how the kids?
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Yeah, I gotta respect honesty, dude.
Yeah, you
like,
have
there's
to.
something about it that, like when I was finally done with my ex that I dated when I was 19, like, when I finally like drug out all his lies, right? And I'm like, bro, look, I know everything, okay? Like,
Yeah,
we
you
don't
don't gotta
play
lie.
this game no more. Like, and he finally was like, all right, like, one, I lost you. Like, this is never a potential to be ever a thing again.
Yeah.
So I'ma just have an honest conversation with you and like really like
Talk
like I
about it.
was wrong and I did you wrong and I did this
Yeah.
and I fucked up and I learned this and whatever. Like, and now, like, when I see him, like, I don't think that he talks to me because he's like trying to get back at me or whatever. I think there's just a respect that he has for me because, like, I really know him.
Word.
Like,
Yeah.
I really know you. I know just how downright dirty and bad you can get as a person. And I know how, honestly, like, unfortunately, I know how little you respect yourself because the way you respect the person that you're with who's supposed to be held up at the most high, that's how you respect yourself.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? That's why I don't lie to the people that I'm dating because I wouldn't lie to myself. So I'm not going to lie to you. Like,
It's a bar. That's facts.
like, you don't
That's
do
as
that
you
to
should.
somebody.
Yeah, nah, you shouldn't. I feel like like that's what kind of makes one want to be better as like you should want to be better as a partner and like in a partnership, having communication, full blown like transparency. That like there's nothing more valuable than that. Like trust
Yeah.
and honesty
Yeah.
is just like
And the truth hurts sometimes, man.
that's true.
But it helps you grow.
It
Yo,
does.
I'd rather be hurt knowing the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
than, like
100%.
living a lie.
Yes.
And being happy. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like
Hell yeah.
imagine being
Ignorance is
happy
bliss, though.
And
Yeah.
I know. But it's like,
Ignorance is
it's like
bliss.
that, damn, like you're the one that's happy. You're all good, and then everyone around you that can see from the
Knows.
outside is
Yeah.
just looking at you like,
Bro, there's some
Wake
shit
up,
that
you know
if
what
you
I'm
All
saying?
right,
knew-
y'all.
Yeah.
We gonna turn it. We're gonna turn the conversation. Good therapy session, by the way.
That was
everyone.
great.
That
That
was
was great.
great.
That was a good time.